New Year, my subscribers. Happy New Year to anyone who is going to come across this video at any point in time. I hope you had a nice celebration. We are kicking off the year with this beautiful design. Listen, I've told people, my trainees, that many Autogele designs came out of accident, came because of trial and error, came because Aseoke was not enough, came because the fabric was not enough, came because I was trying to achieve something and I eventually achieved another. So sometimes you worry yourself and be like, how do these people create this design? This is one of it. In this design, I was trying to achieve something, but the Aseoke the customer brought was quite small. So I told her I will try to achieve the design you want. But in case I'm not able to, just know that you're going to get something very nice and fantastic from me. And this is it. So in this video, you're going to be seeing a little bit of sewing and losing. I had to just a little bit. I had to cut off all the other parts so that it doesn't just get bulky. But so it tells you that making Autogele can be full of trial and error. So in case you're making Autogele for the first time and you're not getting it, relax. Sometimes you may have to cry, you may have to shed tears, you may have to sew and lose, but eventually patience should get the right. So sit back and relax and see how I achieve this. So I've sewn the base and attached to the dummy. I've tied it to the dummy. The next thing will be to sew the multi-pleats, all right, which is, I call it the multi-pleat, you know, where the fan and the ruffle will be. So I have 3 plies here. The Aseoke the customer brought is quite small, so I'm trying to do everything in my power to manage it, all right. So that's why I cut it this way. Okay, normally when I make Autogele, I make the base, I use 4 lines to make the base, but this time around I use 3 because the Aseoke is small. You see that the pleat I got here is 1 2 3 4, just about 4 pleats. Normally I get 7 8. All right, so this is it. So I'm just explaining this to you, so in case you have small Aseoke to work with, that's what you do. Instead of using 4 lines to make the base, use 3. All right, that could work, but you have to do all you can to get minimum of 4 pleats and enough to cover the back still. All right, okay. So my first measurement here is 22 inches. All right, 22 inches is this one. The next one is 28 inches. This one. The next one is 35 inches. And the last one is 41 inches. So I'm using just 4 layers. Okay. So counting back, repeating it again: 21 inches, 28 inches, 35 inches, and 41 inches. All right. So the way I'm going to sew this will be different from, if you have been a follower of my tutorials, you will know there's a way I sew my multi-pleat. So, but the way I'm going to sew this one will be slightly different. So I'll get the 21 inches. I'll get the next one following it, which is the 28 inches. I will sew it like this. Let the longer one, which is the 28 inches, come out by about 1.5 inches. That will be enough. All right, even 1 inch is okay. Let's do 1 inch. See what I mean? This is the 28 inches, so it came out by 1 inch longer than this. Then you can pin it down and start to sew. That's I'm trying to join it together. So I do it like turn it over like this and remove my pin and join. Okay, so you see the 28 inches, see this side, and then you see this side. All right, okay. Then again we will get the 35 inches now and do the same thing here. So this place we are doing this 1 inch longer than each other is the place where the fan will start, or let's say where the fan will be. All right, this other side will be where the ruffles will be. So I've done the same thing here. You see, I've done the same thing. So I turn it over again and start to sew. And this is the longest one, right? So I'll do the same thing and simply just put it in the machine under the pressure. This is the edge where the fan will start, like I said. Then see the way this side looks, all right, where the ruffles will be. Look at it. You see the way it looks, all right? So just follow me so that you don't get lost in this tutorial. Then the next thing, get your needle, thread it, and it will be time to pleat. Actually, I have my strap ready. I'm using 11 inches. I cut it out and keep it aside. 11 inches in 2 ways. All right. So the next thing is, so with your base on the dummy, what you have to do now is to pleat this edge first. So you pleat this edge first. Okay, I hope you can see this. All I'm trying to do is, so note that the place I'm pleating is the fan area, like I explained. You see this side, that's where I'm pleating. Don't pleat this side, don't pleat here. All right, so I'm pleating it. So what I'm just doing here is to pleat the edge, and observe how I do the pleating. All right, is the index finger and the middle finger and the thumb that does the job. When you are done pleating that side, then you have to start arranging it. Make sure that no pleat is sunken before you attach strap. When you are done pleating it, then you sew it together. Just do in out sewing like 4 times and you're good to go. Now I'm done sewing here. Okay, this is what I have. So this is something regular. It's not hard. So I like to sprinkle water. This is just water. Oh, I'm noticing an opening here, but it will cover when I pleat. It's just water. I didn't add anything inside. Okay, so after sprinkling the water, so that it will be easy to work with, easier. So now, as usual, I'm going to put this place on this part of the base. All right, then it will come out by 1/2 inch. So this is the way I'm see the way I placed it. So like that, I'm going to pin it down first of all. Okay, after pinning it down, I can now attach here to the base. I will attach here to the base. So with my hand needle, or if you want, you can go to the machine. But before you start sewing, from here, from the end of the base upward, measure 3 inches. 3 inches should be somewhere here. All right. Measure your own so that you be sure of the place you're supposed to start. So from here to here, 3 inches, you mark it. So from that 3 inches is where you sew until you get to the other side of the base All right. So that's the way we are going to make this gele. So I'm going to sew mine and come back. Pause. I have taken 4 pleats down originally, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the 4 pleats we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So from the 4th line, I just start raising taking my fan immediately. Okay. Take it downward. That means you're scattering all these pleats here. I take another pleat here at this point, and then take it downward. Now I'm standing in one spot. I'm not moving. I'm taking all my pleats at one point because I want the fan to rise. This thing can be tricky, but please figure it out, okay? For the first timers, listen to me. Let me say something. I hope you can capture my face. There are ingredients you need for Autogele. It's your fabric, Aseoke, Sego, or whatever it is you're using to make your Autogele, plus a lot of cry. Yes, you will cry, especially as a beginner. You might cry, but that doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. You cry, you clean your eyes, and continue with your job. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. So let's continue. Okay, so then I take my fan again. Then I'm extending my pleats, extend my pleats, extend my pleats, extend my pleats. And as you're extending the pleats, please be arranging it to be equal. Please. Then, now, the fan is going to stop here. Let me mark it on the base, okay? This is where it stops and the ruffle starts. So, I take my pleats, my fan, extend the pleats. If the pleats are going in, use a needle like this, pull them out. I can sew. Then I start to sew. When you are sewing, please further go ahead to make sure the pleats are on top of each other. None is hidden inside. If anyone is hidden inside, figure out how to bring it out. So from here now, you sew it right back to where we started making our fans, because I've not sewn the fan at all. Okay, so you sew it neatly. Make sure the thread is hidden inside. All right, so now comes the amendment that I spoke about in the beginning. So we have made this fan to this point, right? And I stopped. So one thing I want to point out to you, all right, because I'm teaching you and I figure it out as I go, is, we sewed here before. I noticed that if we do it that way, it's not going to work. So I'm losing here the side for the ruffle. I'm losing it. You will understand why I'm losing it. When I lose it up to this point of this marking of the gele, I will stop. You will understand why. Just work with me. So I'm losing all the plies. So I'm losing this one. When I loosen it, I will pin it like so. Do you understand? Pin it to be equal. and then that's the way I'm going to sew it now. Then I come here again. All right, so I bring this one downward again, meaning I make just the idea is to make all the edges equal now. All right, the excess that was packed here before, push them backwards. So you find a needle, a pin. Do you understand? So we lose this one again. Then I need to go here. Find the pin and pin it down. Okay, now see how to sew it. I start from the longest bit. So this one that is quite long, give like 4 inches from the tip. Give like 4 inches from here to here. 4 or 3 inches. I think 3 inches okay. It's okay. 3 inches is here. Then you start pleating it. The long one on top of the short one. You pleat it, just try to evenly distribute the excess you have. Try to evenly distribute the excess you have. You see what I have now? It's evenly distributed. So if I put it, please, if you can't do what I'm doing, just as you pleat it, pin it down. So let's go. I start from where my old seam line stopped. So as I sew, I pleat. Then I pleat again. I move again, I pleat, just about 1 inch gap. I pleat again. I pleat again. Then I pleat again. Then I do my final pleating here. Then I'll now complete the sewing to the edge. I hope this is clear. So far, see what I have. So the long one, you pleat it on top of the shorter one. All right. So since we have done it, we go to the next layer. Okay. So I go to where I loosened it to. All right. Put it under the presser foot of the machine. Hold it down. And I start to sew. Then you start pleating. So remember, pleat the long one on top of the shorter one. So this one is the long one now, so I pleat. So see, when I distribute this, I have, okay, so distribute. All right. Then you go again, all right? So I would suggest when you are making this, at the point that you are done, before you start making the fan, do this. Do this. The only thing is you may not be able to know where your fan might stop. So do it in a way that will work for you. But this works for me still. So even though it might be hard for a beginner to do it the way I'm doing it. So this is the shorter one. Obviously, this is the longer one. So you start pleating the longer one on top of the shorter one. So when you are making Aseoke, this is a tip I want to give you. So look at them. See the way it's looking. See the way it's looking. This is the only way you can get it because the method I tried before didn't seem to be working, and this will work. Trust me. So you see these things I'm trimming out. This is one reason why you must try to be accurate in your autogele, so that if you do sewing and losing when you're making autogele, chances that you will lose some fabric here is high because it will definitely fray when you lose. So try to avoid mistakes. So since I am making the mistake on your behalf, please don't make my mistake. All right. So just do it the way I've said now, and it should be looking like this. It looks a little bit ruffled, like tacky here, but that's the idea. So the next thing we'll do is to now pleats, pleats, pleats. because we are at the strap area. Okay, pleat it, pleat it, pleat, 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 pleat. Right, and then after pleating, please do well to gather it. What I mean by gathering is do well to arrange it so that there will be no sunken pleats in here. Okay, no pleats must be hidden inside. We don't just gently. You don't go deep into the Aseoke. See all I trimmed out, just thread. All right. Then I do in out sewing and attach my pleats. And we have this. All right. So now the straps are attached to both sides. Then I place it on the dummy. Before I start making the ruffle, I have to tie the gele on the dummy. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm tying it on the dummy and arranging it. You arrange your fan well on one side. Then I now start making the ruffles on the right side. So sorry, I didn't even know that the footage where I was making the ruffle was not well covered by my camera, but I'm going to try to use my mouth to explain it, and a little bit of it showed here. All right, when you were done arranging your fan on one side, you will now start. Normally, once you have taken your fan, the whole ruffle will squeeze. That ruffle area will squeeze. So what you are seeing me do here is to now give it a defined fit, and by sewing it, you see the way I'm sewing it. So this is what I meant by my camera did not capture it. I didn't know it wasn't well placed. Please forgive me. But this is how to sew the ruffle. So I'm making the ruffle more aligned and I'm sewing it. All right. So that's how I did it until I finished it. I hope it's clear. Please, if it's not clear, pardon me. I'm going to make another video on how to make ruffles. All right. So, but if you understand this one, that will be fantastic. Okay. So you see what I've gotten here so far. So I'm continuing. So I'm done making the ruffles. Then I start to burn off every outstanding thread that are there. Then place it back on the dummy. You must make sure that your work is neat, all right? Then you see that part that has the fan area. Okay, now this is another alteration I had to make because the Asooke was not enough. It was not allowing the fan on that side to stand. So what I had to do was to sew it down. The fan area very close to the strap. I sewed it down, so it now formed multi pleats. Okay, just formed pleats there. Now the only place that I managed to get a fan was now at the middle. That's why it's looking in the thumbnail as like pleats on the left hand side, fan in the middle, and ruffle on the side. But eventually my customer loved it and me, I liked the outcome. So in case you see this design anywhere and you want to figure out how did they make it, it was simply by trial and error. The Ashoke was not enough. So what I now have is the fan. I had to just sew it down on the fan area, on the strap area, and then the fan came up at the middle, and then the ruffles on the right hand side. Okay, that brings us to the end of the class.